Hello and welcome to this tutorial where we will explore how to use the SUMIF function in Excel. The SUMIF function in Excel is designed to sum up numbers based on a single criterion. This function adds together all the numbers in a range of cells that meet a specified condition. The condition can be related to dates, numbers, or text that match specific criteria defined by the user. For instance, if you have a column of sales numbers and another column with company names, in this case customers, you could use SUMIF to calculate the total sales for a particular customer. The function requires at least 3 arguments: the range to check against the criterion itself, and the range of cells to sum up. So, if we go into the sheet, we see that the SUMIF function belongs to the group of math, and it adds the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. The syntax is as follows: you start by a SUMIF, then open parentheses, you start by the range, then the criteria, and then you give the sum range that you want to add. And yeah, as you can see, the range is the range of cells to evaluate with criteria. Criteria is the condition that defines which cells to add, and the sum range are the actual cells to add. So, for example, if we go into this data, we see that we have a column called customer and a column called sales. And we see we have Amazon, Apple, and Google inside our customers. And for each of them, we have sales numbers. And I started already to calculate the total sales of Amazon. And we see Amazon has a total sales of 1,600. If you double click a cell, you can actually see which cells the formula refers to. In this case, it refers to column D, the customers, and column E, the sales numbers. So we start by the range, which is from D10 to D18, which is basically this range inside customers, which is our range that we want to check against the criteria. Then we have the criteria, which is Amazon. So we check, is Amazon in this range? And if yes, then give us the sales, please. And yeah, that's basically it. So the function checked, is customer Amazon inside this range? And then it will sum up the sales of Amazon. If you hit enter, you see, yeah, it goes to $1,600, and we can calculate it again to make sure it's correct. So we start by $100, 200 makes 300, plus 500 makes 800, plus 800 makes 1,600. So seems to be correct. We can do the same for Apple. So we just start by an equal sign followed by SUMIF, open parentheses. Then we mark the range followed by a semicolon. Then we type in the criteria. In this case, our criteria is text because the customers is in text format, so we need to use those phrases. And we type in Apple followed by a semicolon again. And then we give the sum range, so the range that should be summed if the condition matches the criteria. We close the parentheses and we hit enter. We see we come to $1,200, and we can check if that's correct. So we see Apple right here has 900 and Apple right here has 300. So yeah, seems to be correct again. So the total sales of Apple is $1,200. And we can do the same for Google again. We start by an equal sign followed by SUMIF, open parentheses. Then we mark the range followed by a semicolon. Then the criteria in this case is Google. And make sure that this text is actually correctly written, because if I would, for example, have a double G in Google and then the sum range, I will get to 0 because there's a mistake in it. But if I write it correctly, then it should work. And we come to 1,700. We can check it again. So Google has 400 right here, plus 600 is 1,000, plus 700 equals 1700. So yeah, seems to be correct. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and see you in the next video.